What's up, Agent Zero here, and welcome back to another Minecraft Pocket Edition Redstone video. And today, I'm going to be showing you guys 6 hacks you can use for Redstone in Minecraft Pocket Edition. Now, I say Minecraft Pocket Edition, but a number of these tricks that I'm going to be showing you today will work on other versions of Minecraft. And also, I cannot guarantee whether or not you're going to know any of these, so watch this video, comment down below how many of these things you might not have known. But anyway, let's go ahead and get straight into it. So the first thing, we have ourselves a little bit of a cave, and we've got chests at the end. So if we come over here to try to get stuff out of it, oh, nope, not happening. Okay, so we've got ourselves a comparator clock, which is run to those pressure plates, but that's not what's interesting about this build. This is what it is. This repeater is the only thing powering these dispensers, and it's powering all 3 of them at once. Now that's actually because of a redstone mechanic known as quasi-connectivity. Hold on a moment, guys. I'm gonna pull these out so I can move through this little map a little faster. Okay, there we go. So now what exactly is happening with those dispensers is a form of redstone mechanics known as quasi-connectivity. And so let me go ahead and flick this switch on. Whenever redstone is powering a block, more specifically a repeater, because that's what's most commonly used, it will not only power the block it's running into, which is this cobblestone block, but it will also power all the blocks adjacent to it. So as you can see, these 5 blocks are lit up because of this piece of cobblestone. Now in Minecraft Pocket Edition, pistons are actually a bit different when it comes to quasi-connectivity. As you can see by this example, they will react to quasi-connectivity because, as you can tell, this cobblestone block is powered, which means these 2 pistons are powered. However, they do not give off quasi-connectivity. As you can see, this repeater is powering this piston, but these 2 pistons are inactive. Moving right along to number 2, we have ourselves some tripwire hooks. So as you probably know, these give off redstone, and depending on what's going on, they'll activate different things. For example, if you're in a jungle temple and you set one of these off, you'll get attacked by a dispenser full of arrows. Or you're playing an adventure map where these are used to trigger certain events, and your goal is to try to not set them off. Well, if you're trying not to set them off, there's actually a very simple way to do it. Now, granted, you gotta make sure you can actually access the redstone. Or anyway, what I mean is, what you can, if the actual tripwire hooks are exposed, you can actually do this simple thing to avoid setting any of them off. So if we just go ahead and walk over the string, obviously it's going to set these lamps off. But if instead of walking on the tripwire, we walk on the tripwire hooks, now the tripwires are set off and the redstone lamps stay off. So very useful if you're playing a little bit of an adventure map. So moving right along to the third thing, you probably already know this. You can actually create redstone ladders using half slabs, and that allows you to bring redstone up vertically. But what I bet you guys didn't know is that you can also do the exact same thing using upside down stairs, and the exact same thing using glowstone. Now the reason why these work is because it's they're technically considered as transparent blocks, because upside down half slabs, those are considered as transparent. That's why the redstone is able to go up it, and because upside down stairs and glowstone are also transparent blocks, you can do the exact same thing with them. Moving on to the next thing, we have ourselves a chest, and we have ourselves comparator running into a redstone lamp. If we come in here, we can put our bottle in here. The comparator will detect the bottle, and so it will actually power the lamp. But here's something I bet you guys might not have known about this circuit. You can actually have one block between your chest and your comparator and it will still set off a redstone signal. Now, one thing I do want to mention about this is that when you're doing this, you have to make sure that it's directly behind or directly next to, or that kind of thing, to the chest. For example, you cannot put a comparator, let's say, back here and expect this chest to give a redstone output. It has to be in the same direction. Now, if you can actually do the exact same thing with minecart chests, minecart hoppers, minecart furnaces, any form of minecart that has an inventory in it. However, the way this works is that you have to make sure that it's actually on a detector rail. So if we go ahead and push this over, you can see this was a normal rail. It did not pick up anything, but now that's on the detector rail, it will detect that there's something in the chest. Moving right along to number 5, we have ourselves a melon farm. Now if I go ahead and push this button to harvest them, you're going to notice that the melons are starting to disappear. Now if we go down here, we're going to see, oh come on, let me down here, thank you. We're going to see that we have a hopper minecart going back and forth underneath the dirt, and they're all running into hoppers, which drops the melon slices into here. So the reason why that works is because hopper minecarts are actually able to pull items from on top of it. So when these pistons are extended and the melon blocks are broken, the hopper minecart is able to pick up all of the melon slices that are on the dirt above it. And you can actually use this exact same thing using a pumpkin farm. You can use the exact same build as this and then still use the hopper minecart in order to collect everything. However, it isn't limited to just those 2 farms. You can use them for a number of different things. Yeah, so you can make like a mob farm. You're trying to get loot off of them, and yeah, that's actually very easy to do. So another example, which I can't showcase, is an iron golem farm, so that you know stuff isn't going to get burn in lava when you're trying to collect all the iron from the golems. Now, the last thing we have here is a very simple repeater clock. Now, I know you guys know what this is, and there are actually a number of different ways you can turn on a repeater clock. However, I'm going to be showing you guys a very simple way of doing this. So if we go ahead and put our redstone block here, and we go ahead and put a redstone torch right here, it creates power from the redstone torch long enough to get the clock started, and then the redstone block immediately turns the torch off. Simplest way to set off redstone like this, and it doesn't have to be a repeater clock, and can be a number of other different things. So you don't actually need to put down like a lever and quickly turn it on and off. You can just simply do this. But anyway guys, that's it for these 6 redstone hacks in Minecraft Pocket Edition. Do we happen to have any melons grown at the moment? Yes, we do. So if I go ahead and push this button the second time, and all those melons disappeared because of our hopper minecart. But anyway, that's it for these 6 redstone hacks. Hopefully you guys found some of these useful. Comment down below how many of these things you actually did not previously know. But anyway guys, if you like this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Thank you guys for watching, and with that, I will see you guys later.